we'll take this right here and we'll mix this
Testing 1 2 1 2. Schliggity bing bam boom. Hot soup. Holy crap! I've been talking my ass off, and you guys can't even hear me. That sucks. All right, so I guess I'll reiterate what I was saying. What's up, one gun? Yeah, so this guy, I'm playing around today with Unreal Engine. I achieved my goals yesterday. Okay, what I needed to do, I was able to succeed. I mean, this were my goals for the week, so I'm ahead of the curve. I was able to achieve the ability to switch from within the cinematics. I was able to achieve being able to switch to different maps within Unreal Engine so that I can have the stories that take place uh, like a non-linear editor, but within the engine. I can have an exterior shot, then go to an interior shot, then go to a different location, and it all takes place within the same project, pretty much. Not within the same project. Well, yeah, same project, but different levels. So let me see here. Let me turn off this post process volume real quick. So, because having achieved my goal for the week, which was to figure out the night and day situation and figure out the ability to cut from one map to the other, I now get to play around again. I have time to play around with post process effects again. So I'm gonna try to come up with a new, like an alternative. See if there's something that sticks that I end up liking. Let's turn that off real quick. And so with Chameleon, using Chameleon, I was able to give it this little, I forgot what this thing is called, like comic book little printing dots. I forgot, what is this called? I forgot. And give a painterly texture to everything. So it looks like it's more flat, not cartoon shaded, but, flattened down like a painting. And this should be good enough for the backgrounds, like a traditional background. I don't know if I want to stick to that with the actual subjects, but it's just something I get to play around now because I have time. Um, Hang on a second. I'll pull it up in a second. So then I so now I'm playing around with line work. So if I can somehow overlay this line work on top of this painting effect, I might achieve something that kind of looks similar to, um, maybe that Spider Verse thing, that Spider Verse look, but with my own twist on it. So, anyways, like the effect that I was working for with yesterday, and I managed to achieve it, man. I was up all night just screwing around with this thing. So basically, like right now, if I just hit play on this, it'll start on scene 8 of episode 1, and immediately after scene 8 it'll switch to a different map and to a different sub level, and it'll play that sequence.
Thank you.
This place is great. I can't believe we got in. I always wanted to check this place out.
Yes, I love it.
This is nothing, Chris. You all should have seen Vegas. Now that was the life. I'm talking food, games, and real entertainment.
Women.
Come on, Laney. You know only have eyes.
That ball that was floating around there, that's not supposed to be there. That's because I'm standing here, so that represents the player. So if I go, I'm gonna move over here so that ball shows up somewhere else. Let me try that again real quick, and you'll see how it switches automatically. I mean, that was a fucking technical achievement, man. It took me forever to figure that shit out. There is not a single tutorial out there that shows you how to do this. Now notice this other thing. As you get closer to the nightclub, you automatically start hearing the music inside the nightclub. That is just something that, and then the closer you get to the source, the louder you hear it. And then if you have headphones, I mean, this thing is 3D sound, so everything, all the sounds are coming in from the direction of
Thank you.
This place is great. I can't believe we got in. I always wanted to check this place out.
Yes, I love it.
This is nothing, Chris. You all should have seen Vegas. Now that was the life. I'm talking food, games, and real entertainment.
Women.
Come on, Lainey. You know only have eyes.
So one day Ebis is gonna show up. You know, Ebis is gonna show up one day, and I can hear him talk.
Are you streaming right now, man?
Yeah, I'm streaming. Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I don't know. Shit, I didn't see you out there. I looked for your stream earlier. I didn't see it on my thing.
Oh, I'm there. I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm streaming. I'm going through the marketplace free for the month stuff.
Oh, they got some new stuff up finally. Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to check that out too.
yeah. They got some free stuff. Some really nice free stuff. Yeah, I want to chat with you real quick, man. I don't plan to stand on too. I just want to chat with you for a little bit while I work on some stuff.
All right. Hang on a second though. I'm trying to set up my audio here so you're not feeding in through the microphone and giving me some kind of.
Oh yeah, I already muted you already. I muted your channel already. So
Yeah.
Issues again. Yeah, so I was working on my scene today. Yeah, I was working on my scene. I'm gonna add some. I'm gonna add something where all the but like they're standing on a cliff, and as he walks to the cliff, all the ninjas are gonna salute him as he walks by him. And I want to change the camera angles on some of it too. So I just redid that. That's my redid thing because I'm waiting for. I don't know where Quasi is, man. I've been waiting for him.
I heard you were looking for him earlier today. I saw you. I saw. Damn, I think I saw like a couple hours of your shit earlier today before I left.
Yeah. I was ranting like a mofo, man. I was on some shit, dude. I was mad. I was pissed because I see like me and you and some other guys out here, struggling to get our YouTube channels, to get people to come to YouTube channels, and then you see all the bullshit that they push to the front. All the bullshit that they just push to the front. It's like this is a place for creators. It's like what's the use of the people you're pushing up front doing nothing but creating hate? Just hate. That's all they're doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, it's all about the algorithm and stuff. I mean, personally, I don't think I care too much about it, because
I don't care, man. I don't care too much. I don't care much about it, but it just makes me mad. And then on top of that, you got Joe over there on his channel saying some of the dumbest shit possible. I mean, I don't know what he said, but I know whatever he was doing. When he's not playing the piano, and if he's sitting there with that little screen, and then he's going through, he's looking at shit on YouTube or whatever. He's talking about me. He's talking about me, man. It's just fucking sad. That's one of the things I was like, YouTube likes this shit. you tell YouTube that
That's
you
what
got
they love,
somebody,
dude. That's what they love. I mean, personally,
right?
I think if I cared more about it, I'd probably just give up on all this shit and just focus on the algorithm. Just like, hey, what does the algorithm want me to do today? Fuck it, let's do
They
that.
want they want
What's
you to
that
go
guy
to
doing? He's got 1 million views. Oh,
they want you
okay.
to they want you to
Let me
lick a
do that.
toilet seat. They want you to lick a toilet seat and put it up there. They want you to go into grocery stores and get bottles of soda and slam them full as hard as you can so they can rock it all the way up to the fucking ceiling.
I
You know, they
think I'm
want you
gonna go. I think I'm gonna go make some videos of me licking ice cream at the stores today.
yeah, and putting it back in and putting it back in the freezer, you know, that type of shit.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know, so
sells.
yeah, that's what sells, man. It's like, well, you know what? I guess it ain't made for me. I guess YouTube ain't made. You know, I guess it ain't made for me, man. I'm just got tired, man. You know, because I mean, I see like I said, no, I'm up here streaming my own business, and then you know, I just happen to glance up and Oodles and Noodles is on, and he's just Oodles and Noodles is what I call him. You know, he's just sitting over there, just I mean, I just think he wants to just sit on his channel and call out people names that I know.
Is he getting any kind of viewership though out of all that? I mean, I think he's probably just in the same boat that we are, just talking shit over the internet for like one or two, three people. You know.
I think he is. I think he is. You know, my stream when I do a stream, right? You know, my streams I usually get on the average, I usually get 30 or 40 people a day watching my stream. And by the next day, that 30 or 40 people turns into be about 70, 80 people per video that I do, right? And it's all organic. People come by, they watch me go look at my channel. You know, I'll average out somewhere between anywhere from 40 to 80 people a stream, you know, which is better from my
That's good. That's nice.
yeah, which is better than my fucking 3 people that used to watch my stream. And the thing about it is I have more people watch my stream now because I don't like chase after him on his channel, right? So like he makes videos insulting me or insulting somebody I know or posting something information to somebody I know, and he wants me to stop what I'm doing and chase after him and make video upon video and go back and forth with him. That's his thing. So a couple of days ago, just to prove my point, a couple of days ago, you know, I didn't stream. I actually took the day off and I enjoyed my time off, but somebody sent me an email. It's like, oh, Joe's back at it again. And I looked at it. It's basically a video of him. He threatened you, and then after he threatened you,
what did he say about me?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't understand what I can tell you, but I don't understand it myself, so I can't really explain it to you. But he just said, "Here's a warning." Now, and I was like, "A warning for what? What? I mean, what warning for what? I mean, like he's like, and then he's like, well, you know, you're a moderator for one gun. I was like, what? What?
Well, you did make me a moderator on your channel.
Yeah, but that's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of working the fry machine at McDonald's. It don't mean shit.
Hey, people get paid at McDonald's.
Yeah, they get paid at McDonald's, but damn, you know, let's put it this way: it don't make no sense.
I'm like the worst moderator ever because I just let people talk whatever shit they want to talk.
You sure do. You know,
I brought him on the stream the other day, man. I was like, hey, here, talk your piece, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think I made like 5 people moderators, and those are people that's been like watching my shit for like the last couple of years. So I'm like, hell, you know, they come to watch me, might as well give them a moderator, you know. So, you know, I don't have many moderators, but you know, the ones I do, I just make them moderators because they've been here for so long, right? So here he comes mad. Mad because you a moderator. He's like saying, oh, I've called the police. I've done this. I've done all these even all these things because you're being snookered. By who? By who? He never says it. But he always says one gun, and you know, now verb one gun. Now verb one gun. Yeah, it's just twisted. But you know what?
In love with you, man.
He's in love with something. No, if I could duplicate it, I would give it to him so he can be happy. But he's just a fucking waste of life, man. just a waste of life. Then, oh, check this out. So he carefully pulls out his cell phone, and now this is his cell phone, not his computer. He pulls out his cell phone and then purposely cuts off half of it and shows some figure called $100,000 or something like that. But we can't see nothing else. So he purposely holds the cell phone away where you can read the dollar amount. I was like, yeah, okay, Joe, you got. I see the number $100,000. That could be for anything. That could be for what you owe somebody for fixing your sewers, or to how much money you owe from delivering for somebody delivering you pizza. That could be any fucking thing. But he's like, we made all this money. I'm like, if you made so much money, why the fuck are you using like a last gen CPU in your computer? Why the fuck are you still living in your mom's garage? Why the fuck are you still
Just hope the IRS is not looking at his videos, because then he'll have to. He'll have to. Oh, well, you claiming you made that money, so where's my taxes?
Right. You know, and the thing about it is, like, me and a whole bunch of other people say, you know, one day tax people gonna come after him, and he's gonna be like, I don't make no money. I live with my mother in her garage. And I'm like, no, hold up. This is video of him showing how much money he makes on Gumroad. I mean, we took pictures of that shit. So we even get any inclination that the IRS is snooping around him, we gonna say, well, here you go. There's a video of him talking about how much he owes and how much he's like Biggie, and I'm big and he's Tupac, you know. But yeah, it's just bizarre, man. It's just fucking, it's just so fucking bizarre. And the only reason why he's picking on you, or even worried about, because he never said a word out of all this time. He runs up and he starts talking about you because I let you come on my show a couple of times. You know, you come on my show, I go on your show. You know, really, we just get on Zoom and we just talk shit. I mean,
that's hilarious.
So here's something funny. There's something really funny here. So he goes after Kira. He goes after Kira because Kira made that video about him, right? This guy made a documentary on him. And I decided, you know what? You know, I'm gonna go back and check out, you know, the video. I've seen the video. It's not the video, it's what people say about him in the fucking comment section, right? So it's a whole comment section dedicated to Joe.
Oh man.
You know, and it was one funny one in here. It says, I never seen a man. There it is. I never seen. This is from, I don't know, Gabriel White. It says, I never seen a man less deserving of anything and everything life has to offer. I generally do not care about his troubled past or shit life. Once you do something like this, attacking anyone and effing everyone just because your own sick delusion, this man is a disgrace of humans, and there are two paths I want him to take. One, the path of a mental ward, or the path of an early grave.
Oh, Jesus.
May this piece of human waste never find happiness, for he has harmed so many innocent in his conquest of delusion. And that's everyone. Anyone who's seen this video about him has said that. You know, everyone. You know, somebody said, just check.
What said that? I mean, I've actually complimented the guy. He's a really good piano player. I actually enjoyed watching some of his videos. I mean, I don't know what to say, but I got nothing against him, really. I mean,
you don't have to have nothing against him. But what you have against him is that me and you are adults, and I can talk to you as an adult. Look good news, living adults, they can't hit him, man. You know. So somebody else wrote, just check out the channel and can confirm the live stream.
This place is great. I can't believe we got in. I always wanted to check this place out.
Yes, I love it.
This is nothing, Chris. You all should have seen Vegas. Now that was the life.
And everyone, same thing. Wow, talk about delusional. He needs a mental hospital. You know, it's true. I mean, you look at you look at the video, look at his behavior, and you hear him talking, and you can tell there's something off about him. He's off kilter. You know, why would you sit back and devote every minute of your life to make someone else's life horrible because yours is horrible? You know, because if he has something else to do, you'll be doing it, right? Right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's all to it. You know, I have
that.
something to do. Yeah, if I have something to do in the morning, I get up, I stream, and then stream, or I go and handle my business, or I come back here and stream because I have something to do. You know, which reflects what I do in life. My whole life isn't surrounded, by trying to get back at him or trying to talk about him. I've stopped that because it's not worth it. Because it's like going outside and yelling to the sky, I want some money, and waiting for the sky to return a bag of money. It's not going to happen, no matter how much I do it. So the whole thing about this is that, now that I'm shut up about him, he's just going to sit on this channel and just yell into the ether until I come back. So he wants me to go over there and chase after his videos. He wants me to make videos about him again. He wants me to sit back and get him angry or mad or call the police on. He wants me to do all that
kind of attention is attention, I think.
He wants attention, and he's getting it because I get emails from people saying, "Oh, he's at it again. He's back over there. He's back over there doing this and this your channel." I'm like, so what? I mean, what? He's got the reporting tool and reporting on my channel for what? I mean, what? Well, what's he gonna do? Demonetize the video? Oh no, ain't like I can't demonetize it back or just re-upload it. It's just stupid. The thing about it, he attacked my friend Sean. He actually went after the man's son and told his son if they don't stop messing with him, he's gonna get his father fired from his job. I mean, he did a lot of nasty shit. And I think what happened is that I think he called or tried to contact his job, and what happened is that he's a federal employee. He works, he's a teacher, but his money really comes from the feds. So basically, he's calling and threatening whoever he threatened to send emails, and they actually called his ass. And they basically, I called him and told him what he was doing. And they asked me, like, do I have any information? So yeah, I gave him this. I gave the guy the feds. These are the feds. I gave him his phone number. I told him where he's living at. Gave him a picture of his mom. Gave him a picture of him, and it was done.
I think you're giving this guy way too much of your attention, man. That already is way too much more effort than I would have ever given anybody.
No, he was trying to get my friend fired from his job, so I had to do something. Yeah, that's different. If you're doing that, you try to get somebody fired. You try to get somebody fired from their job, and so you can have something to stream about. Streaming about making somebody lose their job. That's totally different. No, he don't have a job. I don't think he's ever had a job in his life. I just think his whole life has been around stealing other people's shit. If they're talking to people who live where he's at, talking to people who know who he is, know who his mom is, will tell you the same thing. It's like, no, that dude's never had a job. His whole life is a big con job. He was a loner at school. He hung around people. He stole from people. I mean, like, damn, that's sad. That's a sad existence. To grow up and not even be a stone's throw from your mom's house that you grew up in. That's sad. And then you got to get on YouTube to justify your existence by aggravating and lying on people and putting forcing your delusions on people. I mean, that's just a waste of life. And I'm not gonna get caught up, and I have not got caught up in it for like months now. So
just when they thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Yeah, I'm done. All right, man. Yeah, I'm done with that shit, man. I mean, like shit, man. You could only there's so many assholes like Joe on the internet. Too bad they're all alive.
Thank you.
This place is great. I can't believe we got in. I always wanted to check this place out.
Yes, I love
This
it.
is nothing, Chris.
But yeah,
You all should have seen Vegas. Now that was the life. We're
it's
talking
good to come over
food,
here
games,
and read
and
this stuff
real
like
entertainment.
And I think
Women.
that's what
Come
I'll
on,
probably
Lainey.
do.
You
I'll
know
probably
we have eyes for you.
Matter of fact,
read off all
why don't we take off next month?
everyone's opinion of it, because he doesn't understand the world is just more than me. There are other people who actually watch him and looks at him as a case study of insanity. I don't have to do nothing but get up, turn on my streaming shit, and get you or Ben or anybody to come on my
we'll get
channel,
on here. We'll fucking
and we can just talk like adults.
5 hours, man.
Yeah, we can just sit back and talk about adults because we talk when we get together and we talk about everything but him. It's just funny as fuck, you know. And what I'll do is like after I finish talking to you guys, I will actually go and see if he streamed while we stream. And sometimes he'll stream and he'll just sit over there and scream, Ebis, one gun, Ebis, Jet Strange.
What the fuck?
Yes. Ebis, one gun, Jet Strange, Sean Fry. He just sits over there and just screams out you guys' name.
Oh.
Yes, watch his video. I mean, I know I wouldn't put that.
I gotta give him the fucking the views, man. Screw that shit.
I'm gonna see if Top Fox can do a cut of all the times he just sits there. He doesn't talk about nothing. He just sits there and screams out people's names that I know. That's all he does. And but I mean, dude, I just laugh and laugh. It's like I have drove
some
this
kind
guy.
of like some kind of Catholic priest. En nombre del Espíritu Santo. Just saying everybody's names over and over. And like, probably got a rosary with little bees to keep track of the count while he's saying the names.
Right. So I'm trying to let everybody know, like, if you have a troll in your life, if you want to get them back, follow these instructions. Let him implode. I'm getting emails people like, hey man, why is this dude obsessed with you? I don't know, but it's fun to watch, ain't it? You know, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, I don't have to do anything anymore, right? I just have to sit back, stream for about 5 or 6 hours and not pay him no attention, then go back and laugh at him as he screams my name multiple times. And then when he gets tired of screaming my name, he'll scream your name. He'll scream Ben's name. He'll scream Jet Strange's name. He'll scream everybody's name trying to get me to stop streaming.
He'll scream my name and not in the good way. Huh?
I mean, I don't know what he does when the camera's on rolling. He could be screaming it in another way. I don't know. I think after I said something about luchadors and masks and shit like that, he had a fantasy right then and there. You know, I said, Ibis is gonna be my lucha libre. You know, like, yeah, the dude he's I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just hilarious, you know. Don't say when you do it, but just wait till like we do a stream, you know, go over to his channel and see how he just sits there and just yells out like a parakeet. You know, parakeets are like will say words. They don't know what they're just saying words. They're just imitating sound. They're not saying words. They're just imitating sound. But sometimes they can imitate a word, right? The way a word is sound. And that's basically what he's doing. He's just imitating sounds that he hears.
This sounds like a word. I think it's a word. I'm gonna say it's a word.
All right, Evans. All right, for this. All right, Ben Tuttle.
That's hilarious. That sounds actually kind of hilarious.
It is. It's funny because it's like I can say some random name and then after I do my video, go over to his channel. He's over there screaming the name. He's like, all right, Charlie, Polly wants a cracker. All right. And he does it with this fucking echo. I love that he uses the echo because it makes him down that much crazier. He thinks what's his called when the joke is on you, but everybody's laughing, not with you, but at you. You know, I just find it hilarious, man. You know, I just say, you know what? I've done this man so much damage. I've done him so much damage. I don't even know if it can be fixed. Like we should do all right, Autumn, how's it going? Autumn's over here watching me. No, man, he's so broken.
Yeah, how's it going? Come on the stream, Autumn.
Yeah, she should be on your stream. I got five people hanging out here. I'm watching.
No,
your
I said
stream,
come
too.
on the Zoom. So we can talk shit.
Oh, come on the Zoom.
In real life.
I don't know. He really don't like Autumn. He screams Autumn's name out all the time. He like I mean he'll sit there and he'll like, Autumn said to be a bitch. Autumn. I was like, wow.
Gee, thirst.
That's the price you pay for being insane. That's the price you pay. You can always just stop being insane by just leaving others alone. Getting some help. But she's at work. She can't do nothing. All she can do is sit back and hear us laugh at a clown. Yeah, so Ty Fox sent me an email the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ty Fox said, he said Dumbo's back at it again. I was like, what you mean? So he basically sent me a video. No, I'm gonna have to use different animations for this. He sent me a video of Joe flagging like all my videos on my channel. He flagging all my videos.
I had one of my behind the scenes videos flagged recently for inappropriate content. I wonder if he had anything to do with it.
Probably him.
I really don't care. I ended up disputing it, and it's like
just dispute it.
I was like, what was it? I mean, it was like because I mean, for one, I'm not making any money off of it, so it's like, oh, demonetize me, oh, big fucking deal. Like, oh, you mean I'm not gonna make any money this month? I haven't made money from this shit in 2 years.
Right. So here's the thing. About him and getting demonetized.
But it was just the thing about the being flagged as inappropriate. Like, what's inappropriate about this? It's just two mannequins with my perception neuron suits in the background.
Oh, yeah, it was him. It was him. It was perception neuron. It was him. it was him. You know, it got to do with something that he don't have. He'll find some way to flag it.
But that's what he wanted, you know. That is literally his catchphrase. What's better than a motion capture suit? No motion capture suit. Well, that's what you got, Joe. What are you complaining for? That's what you got.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
You got exactly what you like.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I say, dude, you mean you're not using mocap suit? You said that best thing that's not a mocap suit. It's not a mocap suit. So I'm like, why are you coming after us? We got mocap suits. We're happy. I mean, you're happy because you don't have one. You know, why you keep chasing us? Why you keep coming after us? You know. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with my motion capture suit. You know, I wouldn't trade it for the world. But you can't talk to morons.
You know what? I did some experiments not too long ago. Well, you saw my experiments with stable diffusion and the storyboarding stuff that I did.
Yeah.
Well, I ran my stable diffusion rig, my autopose rig, and made an animation using the fucked up motion capture with the elbows and the arms all twisted and shit. I'm like, fuck it, let me just run it using that motion capture. I exported it using the colors from that rig into Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion knows what the hell it's trying to do, so it recreated my characters exactly the way they needed to be. Like what? Really? It did. It fixed the poses, it fixed the arms, it generated everything the way it's supposed to be. I mean, there's a jitter from frame to frame, but that's probably going to be fixed by the time I finish this damn film. But
oh, I know what the problem is.
The Stable Diffusion animations look better than this shit without having to spend any kind of time like fixing the poses. Like,
really?
Yeah. I was like really crazy shit. Yeah.
Damn. You doing it now?
No, I did that a few weeks ago. It's on the YouTube. It's like one of the shorts. You can see like the fight sequence and stuff. But that was run through Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion is what generated those poses based on what I fed it. But the original mocap data was like super fucked up. But I guess it knows what a human being is supposed to look like, and it knows it's not supposed to have like a twisted arm. So it just fixed it. It it was like, wow, this, by the time I finish this damn film, I'm probably just gonna be able to just hit a button and reprocess it and make it look like a million times better.
Yeah, that's what it's sounding like. I'm like, damn, now you got me interested. I'm like, damn, I could be totally as lazy as fuck now.
Yeah.
I could be totally lazy as hell.
Yeah, so I was like, why even bother with trying to fix the mocap? This shit just already knows what you're trying to do anyway, so it'll just fix it for you. That's fucking.
And
awesome.
it fixed your jittery ass animations, huh?
It fixed the jittery ass animation, the twisted elbows, the backwards hips, all that.
Did
crap,
Did it fix the claw hands?
Yeah, it fixed everything.
Oh shit! Damn.
It fixed everything. It knows what it's supposed to look like. It might have added an extra finger here and there, but.
Well, we're partially there. Yeah,
ain't nobody looking that close.
We're partially there, but yeah, that's an accomplishment, though.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about it right now, it's at a state where it can do great things with one character doing TikTok dances at a time. Oh. But the moment you try to do a story with two characters interacting with each other, it falls apart. So my workaround was like, okay, I'll do one pass with one character, one pass with the other one, and then composite them together. Yeah, that works fine, but it still feels like a lot of work to me, doing the compositing part. It should just be able to recognize multiple people interacting with each other.
Right.
Yeah, well. So I'm done with Stable Diffusion for now. I'm gonna wait till they fix it a little bit more.
But when it does, I think Spinks, Pretty Spinks, she was messing with it, Stable Diffusion for a minute.
She was doing that way before I was. I remember like months before I started screwing around with it. She was doing like faces and stuff for running them through Character Creator, which I thought was a great idea.
Yeah,
I did that too recently. I was able to come up with I was able to train a model so that it would produce perfect faces, like looking forward at a high resolution.
Yeah.
So I was able to do that. So I'm able to. I think I might have caught up to her on that. But yeah, she was doing that way before I was, and yeah, she's way ahead of the curve, I think.
I mean, what she was doing was like fucking awesome. I'm like, damn, girl. like damn, she was. I don't know if she's messed with it since then, because trying to catch up with her is kind of hard, But I mean, next time I see her, if she comes in, she was in my chat today. So if I would have known about this conversation we're having now, I would have asked her, like, how you doing with this Stable Diffusion thing? Because I heard she got a new rig and all the other stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay.
You got a new what?
She got a new rig, I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Like, okay, I said, what's good? What you doing with the Stable Diffusion,
Yeah.
Share. She's been posting some videos too, so it comes up it came up in my feed the other day. I haven't seen the video yet, but I know it came up in my feed not too long ago. So I'm hoping I can hear from her soon, so I can learn what she's up to, what she's doing. All right, come on. What's this guy doing here?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I've been making some good progress on my project, man. Because like me I do not want to render shit. Okay, I'm not about the rendering part. I'm not about compositing. This Unreal Engine is perfectly capable of doing editing and compositing and visual effects and audio, all that stuff within there. Why do we need to export it out, recomposite images, and push it together when you could just leave it in there? I mean, I understand the need to render if you're doing some super high-end film where you're using effects that won't play in real time, or that you have to have like super high resolution that can't be done in real time. So at that point, okay, yeah, you're going to render it frame by frame so you can get the final result the way you want it.
Right.
But for us, our shit ends up looking exactly the same way it does when it's rendering in real time. It's not adding anything special to it,
Yeah,
I might as well keep it in there in this raw format, dude. And I've been screwing around with this thing and getting it so that I can literally bring a map, because normally in Unreal Engine you have maps separate from each other. and I accidentally found out by accidentally dragging and dropping one map inside of another, and it worked. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
holy
you said that.
shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said that the other day. Yeah, I remember you said that the other
Yeah,
day.
and it worked. And I was like, okay, now how can I fucking use this? Because now that there's two maps in here, I don't have to load in and out while I'm editing. I can just switch between those two maps. I don't have to like load one and load the other one. And I could literally create like an environment, like a backlot, like a cinematic backlot, like Universal Studios with here's my jail cell, here's my hospital, here's my nightclub, and here's the exterior city or whatever, and
Right.
just go from one location to the other, switching from scene to scene as I go along. And I finally got it to work because once you have those levels inside of other levels, those blueprints don't communicate with each other. So like, okay, when one cinematic ends, it was almost impossible to just trigger the next cinematic. So you can go from scene one, scene two, scene three like that. But man, I figured it all out, dude. I think I'm on a roll now, and uh, I'm really really interested now in the possibility, since I'm not rendering shit. When I'm ready to render it, all I have to do is output it through HDMI into like some 4K device, and I'll still get the 4K footage out of it.
Hmm.
But if I leave it like this gives us a new publishing format. You know, it's just like a video game on Steam, except that you're not playing shit. You're watching a movie. And I'm like, dude, I was just thinking about it yesterday. I'm like, if it gets published on Steam, you can literally just get away with just putting one episode in it. People can still buy it at full price, and then like every other video game where they update it as they go along, why can't I just sell the season pass and just update the episodes, as I go along?
That's sort of kind of gamish, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like you can do something like, suppose you do something like some type of murder. You have to solve it, and you put in there like.
Well, you're still that would still be getting into the gaming aspect of it. I don't think I want to
No,
do that.
no. It's not gaming. It's just that you don't have to solve it, but you can like do things like go into the scene and look at, just like from your point of view, go and look at what they're talking about, what they're pointing at, and you can look at it too. But you're not playing a game. You're just following along. You're like,
I'm sure we can put in like a gimmick in there where okay, you can watch it with your virtual reality glasses and just look around 360 while you're watching the film tape.
And you can hear them talking about like, okay, this, that, then let's go to the autopsy. So they travel back to the doctor to go through the autopsy. You're walking in there with them, and you're just observing. You're just observing. You're looking
just
at
a passenger. You would just be a passenger, just like a 2D film. It's just 3D.
Yeah, 3D, more interactive. I
immersive.
Immersive. Yeah, immersive. Yeah, interactive is like that's gaming.
You actually doing shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I want to get into gaming, but I don't think there's any rules for that just yet. I mean, it's still a film, so it still wouldn't fall under the licensing thing with Unreal.
No, it wouldn't be a game. It wouldn't be a game.
It's a completely new platform, dude. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like more of us needs to start doing shit like that. If we start publishing like immersive films, especially with the metaverse bullshit coming in, where you'll be able to publish 3D films on a browser, and that's a whole new fucking game for us. It's a whole new market.
Did you hear about the Twitter? I mean, Meta is doing their own version of Twitter.
No.
Yeah, it happened this morning. I woke up and while I was drinking my coffee, they said this is breaking news or something shit like that, and they just said they're getting ready. They just announced that they're going to launch their own Twitter, their version of Twitter or their Meta Twitterverse. What's going on? So it's basically all the people that left Twitter, who went to Mastodon, who went to Blue Sky, and it's another one out there.
I don't know how that would work. I mean, Facebook is already an alternative version of Twitter. The Facebook wall is Twitter.
Yeah, but it's kind of dated. And people want something. People want Twitter. People want the functionality of Twitter. Twitter is like cocaine.
There. It's already there. The functionality is don't look at anything else. Just look at the wall and just watch the screen. It's already there.
If people want new tech, it's all about
Fucking
having that new tech.
Instagram is the same shit too. It's just like so redundant, man. All this stuff.
It is. It's the same thing, but you know what? So when they did that, I went and signed up for it.
Okay.
I went and signed up for it because I was like they might have a better way to monetize that platform. You don't know. I mean, I only signed up for it because they might have a better way to monetize.
Okay.
You know, so that, I mean, that's why I haven't gave up my Twitter account, because Twitter's talking about like having competing with YouTube. I'm like, damn, anybody compete with YouTube? That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Rand Inc. told me to try what's the name of that? What's the name of them? Oh shit, I can't remember their name. Rumble. He told me to try Rumble or something like that. You know.
Well, there's one that I've been looking to try. I mean, I'm not really into like social media stuff anymore. You know, I'm like I'm still with Facebook only because a lot of my logins depend on that bullshit. You know, log in with Facebook, or you know, play this game, but it's tied to your Facebook account, whatever. You know, that's otherwise I would have got rid of that shit a long time ago too. But yeah, I mean, I have a Twitter account, and I have barely used it in like the last
never
10,
used
15 years.
Yeah, I haven't used mine in years either. I don't really use it. You know, I only use it to like keep up with like certain artists and stuff like that. Like they post something like, oh, I got Twitter, I can see what they're doing. But I don't really use Twitter like that.
It's like you have to buy into that activity, because that activity meant nothing to me to just blurt shit out at random and hopefully somebody will listen to you.
Somebody will pay you attention.
It just doesn't mean anything to me, you know? I mean, I get it. If you're a news organization, release the news and I can subscribe to your feed. Okay, boom, boom, boom. But
yeah.
You know,
I mean, that's what it originally was, you know.
But people just just chattering randomly, blah 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 blah. You have to buy into that activity, you know, and I mean, I guess you get used to it, and then you want to do it, and then you just keep doing it. But
I never got into it.
I never bought into it. It never grew on me, you know.
I never
grew on me.
Yeah, it never grew on me either, man. So I'm like, I mean, for some people, they live by that shit. They live by that shit. But I'm like, I can't do it. Like I don't get it, you know. But it's just like everybody say, you know, make sure you get your Twitter account or whatever, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're right. That's all I gotta say, man. You're right. Yeah, you're so right. You know, I mean, I got it. Never used it.
It's like you have to buy into the activity. You have to condition yourself for that activity in order to be meaningful, I guess, you know, because
I reckon so, man. I reckon so. You know, I think I was ranting today about that shit.
What was it? Foursquare back in the day. There was something called Foursquare, and all it did was it allows you to check in to a location. Oh, here I am at Stop and Go. Here I am at 7-Eleven. Oh, here, blah blah blah. Just checked in at, you know.
I don't get that. Why would you want people to know where you are?
And that's all there was. And people were doing it. It became really, really popular for a while. And that's all there was. Blah, blah, blah has just checked in over here. Blah, blah, blah was just checked in over there.
Yeah, all you tell me is where you at, so I have enough time to go to your house and rob you. I mean, that's all it's doing. You know, I'm like, you stupid. I mean, why would you go? People talk about, I don't want the government doing this, doing that. You were doing it freely. You were doing it freely. You're like,
and it's an activity, you know, but it's like, it's an activity that you have to buy into. And those people who bought into that activity, that continue doing it, whatever. And it's still a thing on Facebook. You check in at a location, blah, 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 whatever. But it's like, it's not an activity that I ever bought into. That's just not like, how stupid is that?
It's extremely stupid. You know, I mean, I have, you know, I got my friends, they'll post, I'm eating it here, and I'm eating here. Look what I'm eating. I was like, so? Like, I don't care, you know. But now that I know you ain't at home, now I can go over your house. And get your Xbox 360 and bring it on my house, you know. You know, like thanks for letting me know that you not at home right now.
The one that I find funny is those people who, like, as soon as they buy a new car or a house, they take a picture posing with the key. It's like,
you know,
any like self-respecting criminal with a 3D printer can easily grab that fucking key picture, upscale it, print themselves a copy, and rob you blind. Especially if you left your metadata on the picture, it's got your fucking coordinates in it.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're right. It sure can. And on top of that, you can simply just like know when they're not at home, and because they're constantly posting. Like, we're over here, so my car's parked outside. Like, okay, let's go over here and get this car. Let's go over here and get this car. It's stupid. I never bothered that shit either. I think for a while I didn't know I had it enabled on Facebook. Yeah. Like it'll say where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'm at home, I'm not at home, I'm across town. I disabled that shit. I was like, nobody don't care enough about me. Like, damn, if I want like some money or something,
one person that does.
Oh yeah, I forgot. my number one fan. Number one. I just don't get
ignored.
He's ignoring me. He's talking to Mexican now. Yes, he's just an old 50. He's what, 55 years old? 55-year-old man.
Is he? He looks pretty young for that age.
No, he's 50. He was. Well, let's think about it. He's way past his 50s. He back in 2013. He was like 43. That was 2013. It's 10 years later. It's over 10 years later. Said, Joe, why you gotta stalk people's children? Tree buns. Every time I hear that fucking name, I just think of a fucking idiot every time. Why is he doing this? Like, he's over here, then he does this. Oh, I know why he's doing that. Because I need to come over and do this. Let's see. A little layer on here. That's my song. Gonna take this. All right, so what you working on today, man?
I'm screwing around with post-processing effects. Like I said, I solved my issue with the trigger in night and day, so I can switch between scenes and stuff. Go from night to day and all that stuff. I've managed to figure that out. I figured out that ability to switch from different maps and chain my scenes. So now I can chain my scenes. Okay, scene 1, 2, 3, 4, all within the same thing, and so I made progress. I met my quota of shit to do for the week. And
damn,
so now,
sounds like you getting ready to do a Udemy course.
No, hell no.
You're gonna make a Udemy course.
No, you know what? I might make one after I finish this whole project, because then I'll have enough material to say, hey, this is how I did this or whatever. But I don't know. I this time, I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. It's like, I'm going to make my film, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to do what everybody else is doing as soon as they learn something. I'm going to keep it to my fucking self. And call it a proprietary secret or whatever the fuck they call it. A trade secret. I'm going to start doing that because, there's like, I've accomplished so much more these last few months that I've just been focusing on my own shit than I did in the last 20 years of putting tutorial after tutorial after tutorial out, for everybody to do, and then just criticize the shit, afterwards. So it's like, oh, you should do more of this, you should do more of that, or what should do this. And, dude, come on, man. At least buy something from my website, help me out too. But no, I've accomplished so much more now that I'm just sitting here doing my own thing for my own stuff. Any kind of videos that I put out right now, like in the last few months, is because I don't want to forget it. I'm doing the tutorials for myself, like some of the rail systems and stuff like that, like punching a hole through the walls and stuff, so I can make new hallways and shit. And sure enough, I forgot how to do that. By the time I got around to needing it, I forgot how to do that. I was able to review those videos again. So I'm doing it for myself. So if I don't have a need for it, I guess don't expect any tutorials or courses or anything like that for me for a while.
Yeah,
You can hire me. You can hire me one-on-one. I'll give you instructions and stuff, and we both benefit. But yeah, I'm not gonna do anything like that for a while.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I'm investing in myself. My time is mine, and I'm gonna put it back into myself right now.
Yeah, I mean that's what you got to do, because you like you can sit around, you can play around with you can sit around and you can play around uh with YouTube and just do useless videos or concentrate on your work and concentrate. If you concentrate on your work and start producing things, you're not going to worry about the YouTube algorithm because people are going to start coming to you and yeah, people will start coming to you. Your work will show for itself. And if it's not YouTube, it'd be something else,
I mean, ultimately, the goal is to get this out there in theaters and streaming services.
Right.
So it's like
think about our job is basically to bring people on our journey.
Yeah.
You're on your journey to make your movie, and you're doing this to show people what you're going through.
I'm documenting it. I'm documenting at some point in the future. All that hours of footage I'm gonna be able to grab them clips from there and say, hey, this is what I was doing in January. This is what I was doing in May.
Right. It's great because people like that type of stuff because people have their own aspirations to do these type of things, right? People want to do these things and they want to know how hard it is before they get to that point to where we are. They want to know about all the shit that we went to, which ain't a problem. If you just stick around and watch,
that's the thing though. People who are truly interested, they'll watch that stuff. But the majority of people, they'll see you doing that stuff and they demand that you give them service. Like, where's my tutorial? Your next video should be about this. Why aren't you doing this? Give me this. Give me.
I don't care about like somebody requests for me to do something like if I haven't done it yet. Yeah. If somebody's like, could you do this? Like, sure, I haven't done it yet, so why not try it? Yeah. But if it's something I've already done like multiple times, I'm like, you can go and check out this video. It's like, okay, here's a link to this video. You can watch that. Any questions, send it to me, and I'll do that.
I made that free webinar a while back on Flash, dude. 3 hours long, super comprehensive. Anybody who watches that course will walk out of there knowing something that you could have learned in about 10 years of working with Flash.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately it comes back to me, it's like, you should really put this into chapters so to make it easier for people to... Nigga, how much did you pay for this shit? Seriously?
Yeah, that'll piss anybody off. That'll piss anybody off. I know what you feel because I got mad because like I would make tutorials, right? I would make fucking tutorials and motherfuckers would take my shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, within a day of me putting out a tutorial, there's already 2 or 3 tutorials on that subject. Like right now, I figured out how to do this thing with the scene changes. Not a single motherfucker out there knows how to do this. I have not seen a single tutorial on it. I have not seen JS Films, Matt Workman. Nobody's doing this shit. Everybody's doing, you should render out your video. Like, no, that shit is bullshit. You don't need to render out anything. You just do your whole film in here, and you can switch through the scenes like this from map to map. Nobody's doing that fucking workflow, and it's so easy and makes sense.
It makes sense, but you're making like entertainment. They're in game land. They're in game land. They're doing game shit. They're following.
The moment I put out a tutorial showing people how to do this, and it's so fucking simple, there's gonna be 15 fucking tutorials after I don't know how many years that Unreal has been out. Unreal has been out for I don't know how many years.
Mm-hmm.
2 days after I put out that tutorial, you're gonna see 15 motherfucking tutorials showing that and not giving me fucking credit for it.
Yeah, that's the way YouTube works. That's the way love. That's the way love goes, my friend.
That's the way love goes.
That's the way love goes.
It's the cry. It's more like the crying game, if anything.
Yeah. You will cry trying to fuck around here on YouTube. It is the way it is, man. I don't know what to say. Because yeah, I mean, I noticed like that's why I kind of like stopped doing tutorials. I would spend hours on shit just to have somebody else just make a knockoff of what I just did, man. And that shit just really gets on my fucking nerves.
I remember when I worked at HostGator, the CEO of he was cool. He used to come in and hang out with us and chat, whatever. And, he moved me aside when I moved into the developers section, and he got me working on this. There was this thing called Quick Install for installing like shit like WordPress and things like that into the people's websites automatically, like different scripts.
Yeah.
He wanted me to build a user interface for it. It's like, so I'm over here coming up with designs and everything. It's like, no, just look at what they're doing. Do that. I'm like, oh, so that's how you make money. Fuck. And this is the CEO of the company. It's like, dude, no, just look at what they're doing and do that.
And copy it.
Yeah,
it's easy.
That's what I get for trying to be creative, dude.
Nah,
I learned a lesson that day.
You don't learn to be creative. You learn you make money copying.
That's what's working for them. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. There's no more individual creativity in the world. Everything's a remake, reboot. It's a remake or a reboot. There's no in between.
You were talking about that earlier, huh? The remakes and reboots and stuff.
Oh yeah, I was talking about I told you I ran it today, man.
I heard that, man. You were in a full on preacher mode.
I was full on rant mode, and I was like, you know what, like I was really just like thinking about like bullshit that you shouldn't have to put up with, all the fucking hate videos, Disney hate videos, motherfuckers making Kathleen Kennedy on like all the fucking Kathleen Kennedy on everybody's fucking video. I'm like, yeah, the woman made some bad movies. Yeah, she made a lot of bad movies. She basically destroyed Star Wars. But should we make videos on her every day? I mean, is it worth it? I'm like, yeah, we've been saying for like the last 2 years, Indiana Jones is gonna be a stinker when it gets released. But should it be? You said this every day for 2 years, and now the movie's been out, and now you're gonna say it for another couple of years until they get rid of this woman. They've been saying for like 5 years now. Oh, they're gonna get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. She's bringing down Disney. Blah blah blah. I'm like, if she was really bringing down Disney, she would have been gone a long time ago. If she was really destroying the company, she would have been gone. Obviously she ain't going nowhere. No matter how much she go away, she's not going nowhere. It's stupid. Now she may go somewhere now because she's lost them a lot of money. But but that was already planned that she's going to leave. But they're gonna be like, well, we've been saying that she's gonna leave, and now she's going. I told you I was right. Like, no, you're saying something that's gonna eventually happen. Like the sun's gonna go down later on today. So let's stick around and see if it does. That's just stupid reasoning.
I'm just so over all these fucking superhero movies, dude. One, they are the same fucking stories from when I was a kid. The same fucking comic books. It's not like you're fucking writing anything new, and it's just kind of going through the same comic books over and over and over.
Did you say new? new, yeah. Old is the new. Redoing it's like over and over is the new.
It's like it's so saturated. It's like everything's about superheroes, and that's what sells. It's like the fucking it's like what 6-7 years ago is all about zombies.
Yep. It still is about zombies, but
it's not that much zombie shit anymore.
The Walking Dead did it for me, and like they ruined that franchise. I mean, they could have did so much. That show was like, oh, it got bad. I mean, it got really bad. This is how you fuck up something for real.
Last of Us was fairly decent if you can skip over that episode 3 bullshit. But
what? Walking Dead?
No, The Last of Us. HBO.
I have not seen that because I got rid of HBO Max because I was tired of seeing this. I mean, I was paying the money and I wasn't getting nothing but really crappy ass movies.
You gotta do what I do, man. You don't subscribe to it for a long time. You wait till you get something that you want to watch. You get the 7-day free trial. You watch it all in 1 week and cancel that shit.
Oh, that's how I've been doing it wrong.
That's all you gotta do.
I've been doing it fucking wrong. Thank you for telling me that.
How do you think I watch all them like dumbass Star Wars shows? I still watch them, but I'm not gonna pay for that shit.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, man. I got fed up. What was that last Star Wars thing that came out? I think it was
The new season of Mandalorian was, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was the Mandalorian. After that, I just said I'm done. I got rid of Disney Plus. I'm like, this ain't shit on here. And then I did something really dumb. I went to Paramount Plus, and boy, was that garbage too.
That Picard show is pretty decent, though. The Picard show was decent. You know, I thought it was $11 well spent for that one.
$11 well spent.
Yeah. It was I got it for the Black Friday special, $2 a month for 3 months or some shit like that. I forgot what it was. It was well spent, $6.
Damn.
Damn. No, the Picard was pretty decent. Star Trek Discovery, STD, not so much.
STD. I mean, I thought it was a joke until I found out it was called Star Trek STD. I was like, oh, that's a good joke, funny. They're like, no, that's the name of the show. I'm like, no,
they went through after they realized that their acronym was STD. They went through so much effort in the show to make people change the way that they refer to it. They started wearing shirts that say disco on them, so that people refer to them as Star Trek Disco instead of STD.
No, it's STD.
Dude, that is so pathetic, man. It's so pathetic when you have to have your actors wear shirts with the shortened version of the Discovery.
Why couldn't they just name it like Star Wars Explorers or Star Trek Explorers? I mean, not Star Wars, but Star Trek Explorers or something like that. You know, you just setting yourself up for failure. Anybody who put an S, middle T, and then puts a D at the end is asking for problems.
That show was destined for failure from the start. Already super woke, women in charge, arguing with each other, fighting. Like, dude, I mean, did you forget the point of Star Trek?
Yeah.
Humans don't fight amongst each other. They have settled their differences. They know how to talk to each other. If they fight, it's against other people, other aliens. But you don't see crew members fighting amongst themselves in Star Trek: The Next Generation, in original Star Trek, anywhere. That's like the number one rule of Star Trek. They don't fight against each other with each other.
Yeah, but you got. It's what I was saying earlier. You know, it's exactly what I was saying earlier about this generation of kids who have no ability to do anything original. You know, their idealism is out the door. I
gotta be a strong woman captain and take over the ship by mutiny and go look at some Klingon titties for the first time. Dude. I gotta admit, looking at Klingon titties for the very first time was quite refreshing. Okay, it was not what I expected.
Waka waka. That's funny. I never experienced such pleasure as watching a set of hot alien titties in my face.
Klingon titties.
Klingon titties, not just regular titties.
Specifically, bald Klingon titties, because damn, they went full on alopecia Jones on that motherfuckers.
What you gotta say about Rick James? I got them titties 2 thumbs up. Rick James, motherfucker. Rick James. That's funny.
Jada Pinkett Smith looking Klingons.
Oh God, man, that's what the world don't need. If we get invaded by them type of Klingons, it's just over for the human race. It's just over for us, man.
Now, Paramount Plus was decent. They had that animated Star Trek was pretty good.
Which one?
With the teenagers.
I never
What's
seen
it called? Yeah, it was a Nickelodeon show, but it's on Paramount Plus. Fuck. Oh, I forgot what it's called. God damn it. It's really good. It is really, really good Star Trek.
I know. I didn't know. I did not know that. I didn't know they had one.
Yep. It's really good. I was really impressed with it. But other than that, nah.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I really don't. I mean, I'm so like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm just so tired of. I'm so tired. I'm just tired of like social media. I'm tired of social media. I'm tired of how social media affects everything I do in life. It just affects everything I do. Kids aren't normal no more. No, the kids aren't normal, man. I mean, normal kids. When I was a kid, we didn't do shit to get attention. We did everything we could do. We got attention when we felt like we needed to have it because we were out.
We did everything in our power to stay the fuck out of the house. We would not go into the house. The parents had to come looking for us.
Yeah.
Dude, no, parents didn't give a fuck because they had commercials at night. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
Kids are.
Fuck.
Oh shit, where they at? Where the fuck he? Oh damn, look at that little motherfucker.
Riding bicycles and no helmets, and now they gotta wear a helmet just to walk.
Yeah, man. It's. I mean, just when you think that your life was bad, think about the kids that are coming up now, man. They got it worse.
Trick or treating. I remember trick or treating at midnight till 3 a.m.
Fuck yeah.
Now trick or treating is over at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Daylight savings time when it's still daylight.
Yep. It's just a whole. It's just a whole new bag of worms, man. The world is definitely not our world. It's not our world no more, man. It's we just need to grow old. We just need to grow old, and just prepare for the turnover in our graves, man.
Just prepare for the checkout.
Yeah, let's just prepare ourselves for the checkout, man.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like I'm ready for my check,
Yeah, it's I don't want to see what's going to happen after I'm gone. I don't even want to think about what's going to happen, because it's like, damn, man. I think that we grew up, if you was born in the 70s, 70s, live your life through the 80s and 90s. I think you probably reached the apex of.
This is as good as it's going to get. We're past the point where it was as good as it was going to get.
Right.
It's all downhill now.
It's all downhill. All of it.
Everybody's switching over to electric cars in Texas, in fucking Louisiana. Dude, what the fuck are you going to do when you get the floods and the hurricanes again and shit and you can't fucking recharge your car or go anywhere? And like, come on, man.
We'll cross that road when it happens next season.
There won't be a road to cross.
You
can't charge your car. We get blackouts that last for 2 weeks down here.
Well, we just had a blackout here. I ain't gonna lie, we had a storm that rolled in like a few days ago. I think it was like last Friday, Saturday, and when people shit is off because they call you and the first word to come out their mouth is your power on? Now, right there, you have a choice to say no, or you can say yes. See, the thing about it is you probably want to say no because if you say you don't have no lights on over here, that means you're gonna be happy because there won't be nobody coming over to your house. But as soon as you say yeah, by as fast as you hang up that phone, you're gonna get a knock on your door. What's up, man? How you doing? What the?
What's up, kinfolk?
Like, nigga, I ain't seen you in 12 years. Yeah, I know. I can change my number too. We know that too. Hey, we get our lights out, man. We gonna stay over here for a couple of days. No, you ain't. Yes, we is.
Hey, you're the reason I changed my number, motherfucker.
Like they already told the kids to break the back window so they can sneak in. So it's like shit. That's what we do, man. Like we gonna stay no heat.
No, Leo, no, it's not Lower Decks. It's another show. Fuck, now I have to look it up. Hang on. Now you got me looking up shit. Now you got me Googling.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna change this camera angle probably. But I'm definitely gonna. I'm just gonna wait for. If I don't hear from him within the next few days, I'm gonna have to go to Plan B. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to find somebody else. I'm gonna have to have somebody re-record the lines because I don't know where Quasi is. He's like gone. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where he is, but I hope he's okay.
Star Trek Prodigy. That's what it's called. Prodigy.
Star Trek Prodigy.
It's a badass animated show, dude. It's really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Check that shit out when I get the chance. Why?
Yeah, I hope Quasi is good. He hasn't finished his lines for my film either, and he did fucking amazing.
He disappeared
job too. So
he disappeared on you too.
Yeah. If you need bail money, bro, call me.
yeah, man. Let's know if you get bailed out, man. We know shit rough out there, man. You're like, damn. I'm like, where? Yeah, he's been MIA, man. I mean, I don't know what happened, but I hope he all right.
Yeah.
What's good? Left foot. Yeah, left foot. Previous clip. Rotate.
So I'm testing this character right now, but that I painted the textures using Adobe Animate, so they come out like super flat and everything. I mean, he looks great in iClone without any kind of toon shading or anything. So
have you tried? Yeah, I was going to ask you. Have you tried that free toon shader they have for Unreal Engine?
No.
Yeah, they got a free toon shader. Free toon shader. It's for free for it's in the long-term free section. Yeah. But if you look for it's like a stylized shader or something like that. If you look, you'll find it. And it's free. It's pretty good. It looks nice. Yeah. I would try to use that.
Yeah, I'm playing around with that now because I figure, okay, maybe if I tone down the textures of the characters so that they're super flat, and at that point I just add some kind of filter on top of that with a few like outlines or something, I might get a nice look out of it,
Yeah, that's why I mean, yeah, you do that because I was gonna try it, but I'm like, hell, let Evis bash his brain in over that one. Yeah. Let you do the hard work. I'll just say, hey man.
you'll just write it at the end where it's like, how'd you do that?
No, I'll just say, can you put some chapters in it for me? Hey, put the chapters in it for me, man. Well, you know what? These ninjas I got here, except for the main one with the mask on. These ninjas actually came from Unreal Engine. These are like $20 low poly ninjas right here, and they look really good. They look really, really good. And so my whole thing is, can I port them back over to Unreal Engine? And they work. As long as you keep the textures and stuff the same, they'll pop right in and look just like this. I made the eyes glow because they're supposed to be like, minions. And then I made this one ninja here. I made this cool ass little face mask. It was actually for another character, but I say, hey, you know what? He'll look cool with it on. That's some cool ass shit.
Yeah, I did figure out how to send the motions from iClone directly by that one button push thing, and use them inside of Unreal Engine. So that's been working out really good. So that's going to help out. But I would like to figure out how to just animate the shit directly in Unreal. Where
wait. You figured out that the motion import thing?
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
Well, you have to have a lot of memory on your on the thing where you have your iClone installed for one. If you don't have enough memory while that's going on, it's going to keep failing.
Is that memory or disk space?
Disk space. Just flat out disk space. Okay. That was the main thing that was fucking me up. But once I got rid of a bunch of shit on that hard drive, you import the characters first, so you have them inside of Unreal Engine,
Right.
and you maintain the skeletal system.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, when you do the transport again, you
Right.
select export animated sequence without the meshes and stuff. So it just imports the animation, and it's already mapped to the skeleton, and you could just drag and drop it on top of it, and they'll perform.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it works really good. And
Okay, so it does. I mean, I tried it, and I do remember telling you when you get low on disk space, iPhone starts to act retarded.
yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe
that's
I'll
what
try it
triggered
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works
So
really good. I mean, it beats having to export the FBX out separately outside and try to like make it match and all that stuff.
damn, that's
But
that's the shit, my dude. That's the shit there.
but the ideal situation would be to get that live link animator and stuff, and the perception neuron capture stuff, and just capture it directly into the sequencer, so you don't even have to use iClone. You can use iClone just for the importing of the characters.
Yeah.
Even if you even want to do that, because you can import from character creator directly. You don't even need iClone if you're gonna if you can figure out how to do the animation part.
Hmm. I am going to I'm going to try that. I mean actually I got space more. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to do that again because I had issues, man. I mean, I couldn't do it for nothing. I got mad and I just stopped using it. I just like that's why
Yeah,
that one workaround with the media profile thing,
yeah.
that works really good.
I wanted to
I
try
mean,
that, but now that I've figured this part out, I think I'm just gonna stick with this because it's super easy.
but if it works for you, man, I'm like, yeah, keep doing it. You
Yeah.
know, keep doing it, dude. You know, if it's working for you, don't be like me. I gave up on it and say, the media profile is just so accurate. I mean, it's just so fucking accurate, man.
Yeah.
That's why I use it. I stopped. I mean, I used to use the FBX thing like Ben does.
Yeah.
What I would do is I use the live link to bring the characters in, and then after I bring the characters in, then I'll export the FBX.
Yeah.
I export the FBX, use the FBX, and put it on the character. But they had improved the live link by using the media profile, which is way more accurate.
Huh.
Like, cause I used to have problems. Like I would like that one video I did where I got that green guy and armor, that black character in armor, they're fighting. I tried the FBX method, but it's hard to line those characters up. It's really hard because I got constraints and all the other stuff in the animation, the iClone. It looks really good. The characters touching each other, they're fighting.
Yeah.
But when I bring it over here, it gets off. I try to line them up best I could. I put markers in there. I export the markers over into the scene. I line them up, and they still don't match up right. So what I had to do is like, shit. I was just using Live Link, and Live Link would screw up a lot of the shit. But with the new media profile, I get exactly what I did in iClone. Only thing I don't get is the cameras.
Yeah.
So that's why I spend so much time inside of iClone versus being in Unreal Engine, because it's like I will get by a set, or I'll probably spend like 4 or 5 hours making a set from scratch inside of Unreal, and then saving it, and then go back over into iClone for 3 or 4, maybe 5 days to actually do a couple of shots, do a couple of scenes, make the animation clean, go bouncing back and forth from Motion Builder back over to iClone, and then finally when I get it over to Unreal Engine, I got everything set up. It's just basically just put your characters in, setting up your cameras, and shoot and render. That's all you got to do, But it's a long process. But like I say, like I spend a week on I'll do like 4 scenes in a week, 4 or 5 scenes in a week.
Yeah.
I can get a whole minute and a half animation done within a week. And that's pretty good.
That's
nice,
that's
pretty fast. It's pretty fast, Let me see just the. No, I bet it's 90.
Like this particular workflow that I'm kind of like putting together right now, I think it's gonna work for me. I'm not concerned too much about the camera work yet or anything, but I'm able to lay out the scenes and the motions and everything and just build the scenes. And then because it's all contained within the level, if I want to change a scene later on, I just change that one scene and the whole thing gets updated. So it's like I could just iterate through each thing. Like right now, that I got scene in 9 pretty much finished, but it still needs tweaks in the animation. But it's there, it's complete, and later on I can come back and fix that, and just re-import the new animations on top of it. And
Right, right.
so yeah,
Right.
it's really helping out.
Right here.
Drawing lines. Fuck. Oh, I need a texture.
You doing yeah, but yeah, I mean, I like the fact that we able to sit here and talk about workflows and shit like that. Which is cool. I mean, I like doing that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because all it does is just all it does is just show people, when they come to watch our streams, that
Different ways of doing things.
Different ways of doing things, and they might take something I'm doing, take something you're doing, and combine it and make something totally different.
Make it even better, yeah, dude.
Make it even better, and that's why everybody makes these. That's why you make a community. That's what the community is for. That's what community is for. That's why we all talk to each other. You stream, I stream. Sometimes I get on stream with you, and we talk for a couple hours, and sometimes I don't. But I do acknowledge your existence. But yeah, but it's just what we do, man. It's just what we do. It's and the thing about it is, and actually, it's basically put like this. It's a term that my teacher, my oil painting teacher, taught me. He taught me that you're not a friend. You're my contemporary, because we're all doing the same shit.
Contemporary.
You're contemporary. We're all doing the same thing in the same medium at the same time in the same era. So that's what Picasso and his boys did back then, and all the others. You become a contemporary. They're
and you just feed off of each other's accomplishments. You discover something, we iterate through it, we build it up, and
right. I mean, that's exactly what it's about. You sit here.
It's definitely a different approach to just kind of sitting around looking at tutorials and stuff, because like you're really more hands-on, and like you understand what each other's doing, and
right.
That.
Because you'll say, hey, I found out this. I was like, oh, really? And I say, well, you know what? I found this. And we just say, okay. Then we go back and we like, okay, he did this. Oh, it works. Oh, it don't work. Oh, it's doing this. We go back and we troubleshoot. That's just the way you do it. I mean, that's the way. And that's one of the things that people try to tell people about, like social media. You can't do that with social media. You can't do it. Collaborating in social media means just getting on somebody's channel,
one-sided,
and doing stupid shit. Doing. I mean, yeah. If you're an artist, that's what I mean. Artists need that. We need each other. We need each other's feedback. We need each other to sit back and we can't. You can improve by yourself, but if you have no direction on what to improve, you won't get any better. You'll just stay where you're at, because you only have yourself to as a what they call it, as an, I guess, opposite opinion of what you're doing. You need that opinion. You need that opinion because that opinion helps you get stronger. Like if somebody, like you say, oh man, I just did this. Like, well, I don't know, man. That looks kind of off. And then you go look at it, it's like, damn, you're right, it's off because I wasn't looking. So thanks for bringing that up. And you go and you fix it, and then you have your mind's like, yeah, I need to watch out for that stuff. That's how you grow as an artist. You don't grow as an artist in your own vacuum chamber. You can't do it.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't grow in a vacuum chamber. That's like sitting in your mom's garage thinking you own a business. You own a business and you don't. And you lie to yourself and you lie to her, and it's not working. Why come it's not working? It's not working because you're living in your own vacuum. Let's see, you walk right, 90 forward. I think this is what I want. Yeah, that looks
Figure out
cool.
how to make the stem texture transparent so I can see the colors underneath, man. That's a pain in the ass.
Let me see. Let me see what you're doing. Oh, this is a call. This is when you call Ben Tuttle. You go on. That's when you call busy Ben. Ben. If I need something technical like that when it deals with materials and shit, I call up Ben. Say, hey, Ben, you know how to do this? You know how to do this, man? Because I'm stumped. I've been doing this shit for class 2 days. See, I always like try to do something, and it takes me like 2 days. If I don't get it within 2 days, well, then I call Ben. I'll call Ben. I'll find somebody who knows how to do this shit. And I was like, hey, you know how to do this? Like, I'm trying to find, here's my biggest thing. I want to learn how to do disintegration inside of Unreal Engine, right? They got this real cool thing where you can use props like spears and stuff to make your character disintegrate, you know. I'm like, that'd be cool ass effect for ninjas. The ninjas like just disintegrate, just disappear or whatever. You know, but
thing that breaks buildings apart.
Oh, the chaos.
Chaos,
yeah, chaos.
Probably something along those lines. That what you need.
It's Niagara effect. I mean, I've looked into it. I've tried to find how to do it, but you can do it. I did it with characters, but they weren't iClone characters. See, I need somebody to tell me how. I need to find out how you get into the blueprints to actually add. It's like two little pieces of code that you got to add to blueprints, and I don't know how to. I mean, I don't know how to get into the iClone blueprints. I don't know how to place this shit inside the blueprint so I can do it. You know, I've tried everything I can. I had success once, but it didn't do what it's supposed to do. And I was like, I was stumped. So that was like 4 months ago, and I haven't went back to it since until I got back on this. So when I got back on this, I'm like, damn, it'll be really cool if he walks away and the ninjas, like as he walks away, everybody disintegrates, you know, disappears, you know, like ninjas do, like fall into like some type of shadow or something like. And that's what I had planned for this. So I said I'll just set up this team and get the shit all set up. And then after do that, then I'm going to spend the next couple of weeks trying to research this because I know somebody has to know how to do this. You know, somebody has to. You know, I got a tutorial on how to do it, but they're doing it as far as games. So you have the game part of Unreal Engine and you have the filming part. Everything I've learned how the way to do this is through the game. You have to use the game aspect.
Yeah.
But people are also using it as sequencer. So the people who's actually using this as sequencer, they're not doing full tutorials on it. They're like, well, you're gonna put this in a sequencer, but they don't tell you.
But they're kind of old cavemen too, because I'm discovering the more I do this, I'm discovering that that's just like a really ass backwards way of doing this stuff. All the good shit is at runtime. All the simulations, all that stuff that happens, it's at runtime, and you can still render that shit out from the sequencer. You just gotta render it out, like the runtime aspect of it.
Leo says, without Brian De Palma's critique of Lucas' first drafts of Star Wars, we'll never have the text at the start. Yeah. See, that's iconic. That text that comes out, that's some iconic shit. You know,
we need a disruptor for that, man. I'm so tired of that scroll. But you watch it, you know. Dun, 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 okay, yeah, it's Star Wars. Okay, we got Star Wars up in here. Okay, you know, I get it.
Blah 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 blah.
Like, okay, dude. I mean, I enjoyed it for the first 3 films, you know, the original ones. But after a while, it's like, okay, you're telling me a whole story before the actual story. I want to see that story. Show me that one. Don't fucking make me read it.
Yeah, you got a point. You definitely got a point there. Yeah, I would like to see that story. But actually, he doesn't.
But it's a cool scroll. It's very iconic and unique, and
but they don't show you the they don't show you the rest of the movie until fucking.
I'm gonna do that with my film because I'm still struggling to finish the fight sequences. So whenever there's a fight scene, I'm just gonna put a scroll, and this is where the fight happens, and blah 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 did this, and blah 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 did that, and now the next scene.
Man, I would be in the theater bugging up at that shit. I was like, he did it. Hey, that's some funny shit right there.
That would be great.
I'm gonna pull this out a little bit more. I want him to turn after. You know? There we go.
Can you alter the weight of a material? Fuck. How do you do that? Dude, look at my stream real quick. I'm gonna play this thing. Look how beautiful this looks.
All right, hold on. No, let me get to your stream. Okay.
Well,
All right. Well, you know it's gonna be probably time delay. Oh no, I think you're streaming. I can watch this shit in real time. Hold on. Okay, we got Zoom meeting. I can see that shit in real time. Go ahead, put in the Zoom meeting.
Put it in Zoom?
Yeah, put it in Zoom.
Okay, hang on.
So I can see it. Yeah, Zoom. I can see it in real time in Zoom.
Hang on a second. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where the hell did my Zoom go?
All right. Go ahead and play it. I'm gonna watch it. Look like you got a tune-shader going on right now.
Yeah, I'm playing with the outline thing right now, but look at the composition. It's gonna play scene 8. Well, I'm gonna trigger it first. It's gonna start with scene 8 and it's automatically gonna switch to scene 9.
Oh wow.
So that's outside.
Oh wow.
And you can hear the nightclub outside of the building close by. As you get closer, it gets closer and it's all directional. It switches to scene 9 automatically.
Oh man, that's okay. That's pretty cool. Walk up to the stage. Oh, that is fucking
This place
cool,
is
man.
great. I can't believe we got
Why
in. I always
great?
wanted to
Why's
check.
everything great?
Oh, that's because of this outline thing right now.
Okay. I thought you did.
Hang on, let me turn it off real quick. I'll just delete it.
Oh, that's fucking cool, dude. Play it again. Let me see it again. Let me see it again.
That one's got like a painterly layer to it with
Yeah.
hang on.
Oh man, that looks.
Put a bunch of
dope.
hookers and crackheads.
Yeah, and a couple of midgets. Yeah, you'd be good.
Oh, I gotta show you my Easter egg for the people out there at home.
There's a ballerina guy.
Oh, you saw
This
him?
place is great. I can't believe we got in. I always wanted to check this place out.
Yes, I love it.
This is nothing, Chris. You all should have seen Vegas. Now that
time I saw you work on this thing.
Check this out. Hang on, let me turn this off too. And then
No Mocap Online got a beer thing out, right? Got a bar animations and stuff out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it also has like they got poses for the hands, so like the hands to hold like glasses and shit. It's a really nice put together package.
Watch this. This is
As soon as I get my hands on it, I'll do a review of it, and it's a really well put together pack, man. Really nice stuff.
This is for the people at home later on, how they pixel analyze everything. Obviously, right now I only right now it's for my 2-3 viewers, but so they know about it, but this one is gonna go for the pixel analyzers at home. Here, let me see, play from here.
Pixel analyzers.
So if you pay attention to the background, you might see some special little things.
Yeah, you play the Easter eggs. You should have seen the game. Okay, I'm looking background.
There's one there.
Hey, I can catch it. Is she like twerking? Is she like?
Yeah, she So that's one. And if you look on the corner.
Wait a minute, is that something? Is she doing the same?
Yeah.
He got that. He's in there. Oh no! I thought this was an upscale type of place. I didn't know that was going on there.
That one's for the viewers at home who are going to be like during this sequence, and they'll be able to see it back there on that couch, and they'll be like, "What the fuck is going on back there?"
It's a glitch. It's a glitch.
It's a glitch in the matrix. So that's an exclusive right now for the 2-3 people who are watching this. Look for that when it actually comes out.
Oh, Leo, it's all dispute over galactic taxes, huh? I know that's a black screen with text reading the screen missing. Careful with the music coming. Might get a copyright thingy. It's slick and all through the sequence. Yeah. That's pretty cool, dude. I mean, damn. You see, like that's what I'm saying, man. You do some shit that I'm like, damn, he's getting innovative over here.
Yeah, no, this is all. Yeah, Leo, this is all in the sequencer. So I got my. Where's my sequences? So this is my scene 8. That's the one that takes place outdoors, and then this is inside of the club. And basically, that level, the entire map is. I basically threw it inside of that building there.
Wow.
So that's an entire map, like a standalone map inside of the city map.
Wow.
And it's got that audio. So if I were to stand here, like watch this, and play from here. It's a little while to load. So you can hear that nightclub on my left side.
I can't hear nothing.
Oh, okay. So if you can hear it, if you got headphones on, you can hear it on the left side coming from inside of the building.
Wow.
The closer you get to it.
Oh, I hear something. I hear something.
Yeah, the closer you get to it. And this is all stuff that you have to do in the editor and After Effects later on to like adjust the audio levels and stuff like that. This is all just
That is so fucking cool, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Look, the audio is gonna move to the right side.
Oh man,
and it's all happening for free on its own. I have no editing or anything. And of course, at any time, I can go ahead and trigger it. So right now I only have the 2 scenes, right? So I'm gonna hit scene number 8. It plays it. As soon as it's done with scene 8, it automatically switches to the other map and plays that other scene.
Oh snap!
So it's all real time. I mean, it's fucking nice. See, it just switched.
You doing fucking single ladies?
Single ladies. Oh, you saw it? You gotta. It's a little bit of something. You just gotta keep an eye on it. You'll find something, man. Yeah. You'll watch this movie. First time you'll watch it for the story. The second time you'll watch it for trying to find Easter eggs and see all the bullshit that's happening in there.
Only thing you're missing is the real illusion, red cock.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to use it. I'm gonna have to use it. I'm gonna have to use it.
Yeah, put it in there.
Check this out. These cinema things, man. Like the rail system.
Mm-hmm.
You attach a camera to it.
Yeah, and it flies around.
It just controls. I mean, that's beautiful, man. It just saves so much.
Usually, I'm so picky. I do that on my own. Yeah. I actually do that by hand, you know. But I'm gonna start using the rail system because
I do too. But I mean, this thing, it's just so much faster now. It's like, okay, why was I doing that?
It looks. Now that I see you use it, it looks so much better and faster than the way I'm doing it.
Yeah, it just runs through there. Oh, yeah. Let me show you my sequences.
And it looks. Yeah.
So this is just me playing it as if it was a game with my camera, right?
Right.
So I can still do stuff like here, like adjust things differently. But at any time I can go ahead and trigger it. But the sequences, here's scene 8, for example. So yeah, it's all happening within this thing. See, there goes the camera.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking good, dude. I'm gonna start using that thing. I'm gonna start using
Yeah,
that.
there's just so much here, man. And then that little dot right there, that's the one that's triggering the action to go to the next scene. This one, oh, this one triggers night mode because it's daytime. But let's see. Let me move it over here. Watch, I'm gonna put it in the middle, so when I play it, you're gonna see it just instantly turn to night. That little blueprint is nice, man. So right now it's daytime, so I play the scene. In the middle of this scene, it's gonna turn into night when it triggers that blueprint. Boom.
Oh shit! Damn. I can do. Oh man, the shit I can do with this, man.
There's so much stuff going on there, dude. It's fucking beautiful. I'm like, I ain't ever rendering shit. I'm just gonna do the whole film like this. And when I'm ready to publish it, I'll export it to my recording thing, my recording machine. HDMI out. Boom. But all the sounds are in there. I don't have to like composite all the JPEGs back into a sequence and resynchronize. That's just fucking unnecessary work, man.
Yeah, you talk about the stuff I do, man. Now I'm feeling bad. I'm
you need to stop doing it, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I'm feeling obsolete now, man. I'm feeling old, man. Thanks for making me feeling old, man. This was the way we used to do it until that damn Evis showed up.
Back in the day.
With his damn perception neuron.
Fucking dinosaurs can do it.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Well, I gave it my best 2 hours, man. I'm about to go ahead and get off. I just saw you. I tried to catch you earlier, but I ran it so much. I just like, you know what? I'm getting off. Like I'm getting off, man. I'm like that. Like I'm ranting and ranting, and you know what, dude? What was funny is that I got more people watching me when I rant.
That's the drama, dude. That you're hitting the algorithm the way it needs to be done.
Like I looked at my screen, like, damn, those many people came to see me yell at myself. I was thinking, like, so I guess people want to hear you talk. And I guess talk and yell and scream at the world. So I guess I don't know. Because I mean, I did say some shit about Joe, but the majority of the video is basically me just talking about how fucked up shit is with with kids and everything.
Yeah.
We won't let kids be kids. We've done everything we possibly can. You get people saying stuff. Well, children aren't doing this. Children are. I mean, social media. This. I'm like, damn. You fucking took away everything. You took away Saturday morning cartoons from kids. You took away kids things that kids like. And you put it all behind a fucking paywall. Parents don't have money to buy fucking fucking DVDs or cartoons or Disney and fucking paywall for cable and shit like that. And then on top of that, we get cable, you have to pay certain tiers to get certain channels. So if Cartoon Network ain't on that tier, or Nickelodeon ain't on that tier, you ain't gonna get it. And so it's like y'all basically, it costs money to be a kid. Man. It costs more money to be a kid than it ever has. That's why I said, man, if you grew up during the 70s and if you was born in the 70s, live your life in the 80s and 90s, you had a good childhood. Yeah. In my opinion, you had the best childhood ever. I mean, the shit we did don't even exist no more. I mean, it should.
Yeah. No, and you try to expose your kids to that kind of living, that way of life. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, you didn't have an iPad, and
you don't have an iPad.
Remember I told you what app is that?
Yeah, remember I told you one of my sister's friend's house, and her kid had like 2 toys, playing with toys in front of me. He didn't have an iPad. He just had 2 toys running around our house with one toy in one hand, just using his imagination to make up his own world that he can go to and make any adventure he wants to, you know. And I'm like, damn, when he grows up, he's going to be something because he's using his mind. He's using his mind and what he can come up with, to give himself something to do. You know, his life ain't getting on a fucking iPad or fucking cell phone for hours. No, his mind is right there, concentrating on something no one else can see but him.
Mm-hmm.
That one day he's gonna come up and it's like, I'm gonna write a story about when I was a kid and I had these two toys and I was running around the house pretending they were superheroes or one guy was chasing after the other. He was I mean, that's where it starts. That's where creativity starts. It doesn't start on social media. It starts right there with your kid, exposing him to new things to better his life. Not the bullshit on Instagram. Get your kids off Instagram. Get them off of Facebook. Get them. I mean, I didn't want to hear this when I was a kid, but like, take them to a fucking library. Have them read a book. With paper. But anyway, man, I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done for today, man. I'm about to go off in a rant.
All right, man. Yeah, I might do a little bit of offline work too. I think. I mean, I'm just playing around with the visual stuff. I've met all my goals for this week in terms of the technical stuff, and I'm not planning on doing any more scenes till next week. So I'm just playing around now.
Let's see. I set up the dojo scene. I got that ready to render out. I'm just waiting for Quasi to give me some lines, the extra lines I sent, because he told me to send some extra lines. I sent them. I ain't heard from the dude since Friday, so I'm thinking that he could be out of town. But then again, I know he lives down south, and I know there's a lot of tornadoes. So hopefully they get caught up. I don't know. This is weird that he doesn't say nothing the last couple of days.
Yeah, no, I hadn't noticed it either until you brought it up. And it's like, wow, that's true.
Yeah, it's real strange.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
I hope he's okay too, man. But hey, you take care, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go and let these people on YouTube go, right, and get on here tomorrow and hopefully be rent free. Take care, dude.
Laters. All right, boys and girls, that was Mr. One Gun. Let's see, what else can we do here? I'm done with this. I was just playing around with the sketching and stuff, and yeah, it was a nice conversation. I completely got thrown off my experiments, but yeah, I got a lot of good stuff done too. So let's see. I wonder if I can go back and put that chameleon thing back in there. But that'll give me a good practice. Let's see here. It is under the sets. No, it's under map. This is a really, really good technique, man. I'm just so surprised that not everybody who's doing films and things like that, they're all stuck doing everything in the editor. And really, to get the best out of this engine, you need to be able to simulate the visual effects and take advantage of all the automated stuff too. So you need to use that game system. It's real time, especially if you don't have the need for real time rendering. I mean, obviously for people who are doing the big time cinematics for like actual film, they need everything to look super realistic and the water simulations, and that you don't have a decent video card. Then yeah, I get it. You have to rely on rendering stuff out and going through that process. But this thing, just the real time rendering aspect of it, just take advantage of it. I mean, the shit already looks like a video game for the most part, anyways. So you might as well just keep it as a video game and, just treat it like a video game that you don't play, an NPC, an MPG, a non-playable game. But it's all, this thing is going to be nice because for me, for the way that I work, I think it will allow me to just kind of work and put my entire, film together within one primary level, you know, a uh, a a backlot, a cinematic backlot, where okay, that's the hospital over there, that's the city jail, that's blah blah blah. I can do an entire film within this thing and just cut between the different things and just piece it together. You know, there's no reason why that can't be done. I mean, video games are already doing it when they're telling their stories. So let's see if I can do a Control Z here. Once you save it and get out of there, you can't Control Z to bring things back. That's fine. This was very simple. I'm going to add a volume. Let's see here. Go to virtual production, basic, the visual effects, post-process volume. We'll just leave it there. Details, enabled. I need it to be unbound. I think that's the word. Infinite extents. Okay, so that applies that to that. Then we'll take that thing here. We'll look for the material. Apply one to that. Asset reference. And we will look for my little sketch shader. It's a material. So that's this line art shader here. So that's still there. That's nice. So we'll just dump that there. So now we have a sketch. Play around with it. So we just edit the material itself now. But what I want to do is I want to figure out how to get this white part to be transparent so that the, oh, maybe there's a color blending option where I could turn this into an overlay. That way the color that's underneath will shine through and I'll get these cool outlines. I mean, the outlines are nice. I mean, it's very sketchy. I'll get this outlines on top of the color, and that will give me a really nice comic book feel to it, like hand-drawn look to it. Right now it looks really dull. I wonder what I need to do to make that brighter. There's the ink color, blue. It's kind of limited, a little bit brown. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be a blending mode. Let me look that up. Let's see here. Post-process blending mode. Is there a blending mode for post-process? Yes, there is. Let me turn off the desktop audio in case these guys want to copyright my video because their stuff is playing. This is only 4 minutes long. So you can do it. Yeah, that's what I want. How can I get it done? Nodes. Camera component. That's for cameras. What the fuck? What the fuck? Set post-process blend weight. So you got to do this in blueprints. Target, generic character. Huh. So apparently this has to be done in blueprints. Well, let me see if, because I mean, this is 5.2. Maybe they have upgraded this to a point where we can. Ooh, that's pretty. That's nice. That's not what I wanted, but oh, that's some solid line work. Holy shit, that's beautiful. Wow, that looks super nice. I mean, if I can come up with a unique look for this, I would be happy. I mean, ultimately, if it ends up looking like a nice video game, I'll be happy with it because ultimately it's about the story. But if I can achieve some kind of unique look with this 3D stuff, I will feel very accomplished. That is really nice looking. I just got to make that transparent, man. I got to figure out a way to make that transparent. So let's see here. Outliner, details. And I guess we can look for the word blend. That's something. Post-process materials, local exposure. What does that do? Slightly makes things darker. Nothing too noticeable. Ambient occlusion. That doesn't seem to do anything special. Blend radius, blend weight. Oh, but it still keeps that texture, that white texture. Can we delete that damn texture? There's no textures being used. Material. There's that material thing. There's gotta be a way. God, that is beautiful. Almost perfect line work. Looks like I might have broken my link to C9, but that's fine. I know how to fix that. I feel like I'm playing a video game, just kind of admiring this stuff. But I'm getting away from the mission. The mission is to try to find a way to make this transparent so that only the outlines show and the color underneath comes across. Ooh, pretty. That can move a lot of stuff. Just made it. If you make it super bright, I think that's what it is. Super bright, which normally is just way too bright, but for the sketch purposes, it's bright enough to make that nice and evenly lit. That's beautiful. So, what else can we do? Gotta figure out where to blend this. I mean, I don't. The blueprint option is going to be the last option. Excuse me. It's like it added some additional cross hatching when I reduced that. .05. Let's leave it at that. It just immediately jumps. It doesn't like that. I mean, it's either all or nothing. Once you grind down, it just gets really dirty, dark. Yeah, I may have to just give up on that idea, but there's got to be a way. I mean, I didn't think I would figure out a way to do the camera switching thing, and I was able to, so. All right, let's take a look at this guy's tutorial. This is that of a camera. Let's see what I can find. I'll go into the level blueprint, see what shows up under the word blend. Set members for phone, set members. Camera component, get post-process blend weight. Post-process component, get blend weight, set blend weight. Post-process volume, this might be what I need. target, this guy here. It won't let me do it. It's a blue one. Ah, it did it. So read the value of the blend weight. Volume, blend weight, volume, blend, set blend weight. So of this target, we're going to set it to 0.5. Let's just do it on begin play. Let's just see what happens in game. That should do it. Should be enough. I mean, on begin play, set the blend weight to 0.5 of this post-process volume. It makes sense to me. I mean, I'm not too sure about my blueprint coding skills just yet. You know, I got a basic idea, so I don't know. Let's run it. It should have some color bleeding through. I don't see it. The humanoid, I mean, this stuff worked great on not inorganic items and robots, but when you see all these outlines on humans and stuff, it just looks like a mess. That does not look pretty to me. It does not look pretty at all. Okay. I don't think that worked. I mean, logically, that is all we need. To do it. I mean, that guy's tutorial applies to a camera. Post process blending mode, Unreal Engine. Oh yeah, just remember one gun was talking about the Unreal free for the month stuff that it was out. Let me check that out real quick. I mean, maybe there's a different shader that I can use for the outlines. I'm pretty happy with Chameleon for the painterly stuff. Let's go to free for the month. Niagara bundle. Okay. Visual effects, 49 bucks. The Bazaar. Ooh, I could use this for one of my scenes. Takes place at a restaurant similar to medieval times. Brutalist architecture office. Goblin warrior. I have no need for that. Real world landscape. Ooh. Ooh, that sounds nice. All right, well, let's add all of these to the cart because, I mean, it's free. But let's check some of this out. Landscaping, an easy way to import GIS data as a single landscape, world partition, or oh, okay. Generate weight maps, split actors, and more. Interesting. This is for getting terrain stuff from maps, like Google Earth or whatever. Yeah. Okay. It's not what I thought it was. That could be useful once I get to the point where I can do all my stuff from scratch. It would be nice to have that available for free, $139 value. Where's this architecture thing? It's okay. That's a nice little industrial office. Yeah, I can work with that. I'm not sure if it's worth $64.99, but yeah, it looks like Berlin, 1980s Berlin. Probably use like make like a ghetto area, the projects, Baltimore looking area in the city map. You know, what can you say? It's castle stuff, right? That, that's pretty. Let's check out the Niagara stuff. Ooh, back abstract space. They have like a video showcase, individual videos. I have a sci-fi film planned, but that's not for another 4 or 5 years. My next film is it's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge. Seven Angels of Death. Very supernatural type story. It's another love story between the angel of death and having to decide whether or not to take the soul of his wife. Um, it's a good story. I have it all written down already. I got 5 scripts that I'm sitting on that I'm going to be doing, but you know, these things take time. But that one's called Wild Angels. There's a short film available that I released a while back. uh, kind of loosely based on that story. For that one, I have a science fiction film, which is it's futuristic. Aliens from a different world come and invade the planet. That one's gonna be really cool, but I need money for that one, and it's just it's all a means to an end. You know, eventually I'll get to that one. That one is probably gonna be the one that people are gonna remember me for. I guess. I think. I hope. It's basically futuristic science fiction, aliens taking over the planet, but it's all based on a true story. So I'm not going to tell like the audience till the end that what you just saw is based on a true story, because it's basically I'm taking the story of the conquest of the Americas. Hernan Cortez, Christopher Columbus, all the motherfuckers who came to the Americas, committed genocide and basically forced the natives to change their names and religion and customs and all that stuff, and brought diseases and all that shit, created borders and turned people against each other and all that stuff. It's all happened before, so I'm basically retelling the story, the history of the Americas, but I'm, I'm making everybody aliens in the future world that they're coming over. They discover the planet. I guess they call it discover, but they're gonna conquer Earth, and it's all about the slave importing of slavery and you know taking over the planet. It's gonna be good. It's a really good story. Yeah, and that's 4 or 5 years away before I even start on that one. Hopefully, I'll still be around. Hopefully, with an actual budget to hire people to work with me and to produce higher quality films and stuff than what I am obviously able to produce on my own. Gradient effect tutorial. Blend pack, is that what I need? There's a blend modes pack. So this is based on. Okay, let's see. What did he do? Right. What am I looking at? I mean, sure, that's pretty, whatever the fuck that is. Where does the blending come in? Where's the blending? I don't get it. What the fuck does this pack do? I want to fucking. I just want to blend the post process effect, like Photoshop, multiply, screen overlay, that kind of shit. Because if I can do a screen overlay, then that's all I need. The white will just bleed through and I'll be able to see the color. How do I get to that? It's is is it a blue? I don't know if it's a blueprint thing that I need. If using the deferred shading path, we can access those buffers, path tracer in Unreal, auto exposure, using lookup tables, using emissive material input, lumen technical, creating human skin. Look at the first one. This is what I need, whatever is in here. So using a push, simply assign one or more cross-partial materials. First, press the plus button, blah, 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 material and content browser, left arrow in order, ignored. Critical settings for post-process materials. After needs to specify the material domain. Post-process, the material should you only use emissive color to output the new color. Additionally, you can define where the post-process path should be applied. Blend priority after tone mapping, output alpha. Uh, that that looks interesting. After tone mapping, in the case of place at tone mapping and color grading has been completed. The preferred location for performance, since the color is LDR, requires less precision and bandwidth. Before translucency, this is even earlier in the pipeline, before tone mapping, before translucency was combined with the scene color. Note that separate translucency is composited later than normal, replacing the tone mapper, blending between different material instances. With post-process volumes, it's easy to set up soft transitions between multiple process materials. Here we use the blah 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 that is marked unbound and one volume that has larger blend radius 0 1000. 100. Each volume will specify a different material instance of the same material. The color is specified as a material parameter, which allows different settings for the two material instances. Okay, so that's emissive color, lerp, multiply, color overlay control, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. I think I need to be looking at the material. My material, girl. Mm, I think that's an instance. That's why it won't let me edit it. Let's go here. There we go. Material drama. See, oh fuck! What the hell? All right, there's a bunch of bullshit going on up in here. Where's this M drop thing located? Oh, that's this. This is the base material. So if I were to close this and just, oops. Oopsie daisies. If I were to close it and I were to, so this is the raw material right here. Those other ones are instances. Okay. So this paper texture, let's try simply not using it. Oh yeah, that just turns everything off. All right. Let's fuck with the alpha. There's definitely some freaky shit happening there. Let's try just the red channel. Just kind of hacking our way through it. I see a little bit of color in the outlines. I mean, I don't expect anything different at this point. Green, okay. So, put that back. Can we change this color? Paper texture. Um, doesn't seem to make a difference. But give it to me. So you have to compile. Doesn't like it. This thing, I want to get rid of this. Something with this. It's ink color. Yeah, that's just the color of the lines. To D. I mean, I don't understand why this is even necessary. Break it right here. I gotta make everything go black. Less the color will make it shine through. Compilation errors. Multiplying this, going here, this and this, multiplying and bringing it here. Use background true. There's a parameter. Oh shit. Use background true and false. Default value is false. Well, the default value would be true. Default value false. Okay. So this material has something called default value. Let's see if we can find it for the texture. Whatever the fuck that's called. Material, line art. That's not what I'm looking for. That's the wrong thing. That's not it. It should have that option. Oh wait, it wouldn't be there. It would be in here. I'm looking for it in the wrong spot. So here, default, advanced asset data, crosshatch. Oh, I remember something from back in when I was messing around with this before. They have to be converted into a parameter. Duplicate. How do you convert it to a parameter? There was something that makes it into a parameter, and that makes it available for toggling it outside. That's the background image. That's that lined paper. Where is it getting that from? Search. We have parameters here, but that's not what I'm looking for. So the closest match I have is this. And that I care about. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to figure this one out. I'm gonna try a different method. Texture sample, crosshatch distortion, text coordinate, scene texture path, screen position. It's a lot of fucking blueprint. Is to get rid of this thing and have it be a transparent fucking background with no. And if I could just tap into blend mode, who's a pretty boy? Get rid of emissive. Post process volume only has emissive color. But there's the blend mode that I'm looking for. Only transparent or post process materials can be read from the scene. From scene depth. Additive alpha composite. Get back to that bullshit. Surface profile, advanced. Physical materials. Make no difference to me. Use background image. No, we don't want it to be default. If true, it'll multiply against that. Think physics material. I wonder. Hang on a second. Wait a minute. Let's bring chameleon into the mix again. We got chameleon. We're going to look for circles. Enable that. See, circles has blend modes under advanced. Screen. There should be a blend amount also. So that gives me a little texture, comic book texture-ish on that. But I can see that this has the blend mode in it over here. So, can I add material in here? Process materials array. We'll add one to it. Asset reference. And in here, select line art, add it to this. So that brings it in as part of Chameleon. But it doesn't let me blend it with Chameleon. Tricky. That does not look like a comic book to me. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see what that looks like in action. It looks nice, man. It's like it looks like something out of a newspaper. It's definitely pretty. Chameleon. Does anamorphic lens flares. I think we'll be able to see any of those. Way too dark. Blurry. Camera shake. Channel doesn't do much for me. Channel swapper. The circles just adds a nice little bit of texture. Ratio. Like that. I mean, it looks good like that, but it doesn't look good as part of the by itself. Ooh, dancy. It dances around too much. It's ugly. That does nothing. Right. Custom depth highlighter. Cyberscape. Ooh, cute. Why would they do this on purpose? I mean, that looks nice, but that's not what I want. Ooh, is this color I see? No, I'm gonna give up on this. Oh man, that looks horrible. Hey, that's a cool effect. That'd be nice for like some flashbacks. I could see this effect being used for like flashbacks and stuff. Toon shading. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, so much to explore. How do you get the right recipe? Hookers and crackheads. That's all that we need here. I'm gonna leave that sharpen one. Color, screen waves, fire, drops. So many fucking options. I like the scratches. Neon, mosaic, monochrome. Monitor effects. I thought it was motion effects. Oh, let me see what that looks like. That is fucking crazy. very matrix-y. Not for me. Okay, well, we're getting color. I'm gonna give up on that. Delete. Let's see here. Let's bring one more. Let's just play with the look by itself. Classic 1. Only a slight improvement. Classic 4. Be nice to get it to look like a film that was made in like the 70s, early 80s. That's kind of the feel that I want to go for. It's not bad. Wish I could just go up and down on this. No, that's not it. That's pretty. Maybe I'll make my entire film black and white. I've always liked black and white. Search. Getting errors now. What happened to that guy's card? What the fuck? Wow. That's the Matrix. That's Matrix Part 2. That's cute. It was a little bit cleaner, clearer. That almost reminds me of the Born Identity. I am going to keep this one. I'm just gonna tweak it so it's not so dark. But yeah, I think this is almost the look that I'm going for. Uh, generally speaking, I mean, I would love it to be more cartoony, but film wise, that's fucking brilliant. Movie 3 intensity. Let's kind of knock it down, maybe 0.6. Not too much. Just, oh, that's nice. Clamps down on those shadows. Let's fix my let's fix my damn thing because I got a few things that are broken up in here. I think I know what it is. That there. That should automatically start the movie whenever I run it. What's going on with that change? Something in the sequence is something off with the sequence. I must have moved some extra stuff when I was showing the scene off to one gun. Let's see here. Sets, sequences, scene 8. This is the thing that changes it to night mode. Start with night mode already. Obviously something happening. What is that pop? And there's nothing going on over here that makes the thing change. Why are the lights turning off all of a sudden? I'm not gonna worry about it. Man, that is a beautiful look. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that for a while. Look at my user interface. User interface is there. Why is it not showing? It's there now. Fuck, that is pretty. After Effects takes forever to render something like that out using a plugin. I'm gonna give up on that line art stuff for now. Let's see if we can fix nightclub. C8. Where the hell is my nightclub? Did I accidentally delete it? Is that why it's not working? How is it unloaded? What the fuck? How did that even happen? Okay, there it is. I don't know how it became unloaded, so that's something I don't quite understand yet. I want to see what. Yeah, this nightclub looks pretty decent. Find out what's going on here. It's so weird. I must have accidentally clicked on that. I didn't know that was a thing. All right. You learn something every day. So let's see what I know what's going on with it. Let me see. Edit. Now we're going to sequencer. That's the one thing about this. If your sequence is inside of a loaded of an embedded map, don't open it because it'll break the connection. See right here. Okay, that's 8. That's fine. That's not the one I need. I need the scene 9. Okay, the connections are there. Okay, so that's confusing then. Where's the rail? Fade in. The sequence is there. Let's see if there's anything broken in the gameplay. 9, middleman, C9. Well, that shit looks fine to me. This all this does is loads up all the extra crowds and stuff. But that blueprint is all sorts of jacked up. So no, this should be working for all intents and purposes. So it's okay. So once I commit it, see these get broken right here. And I think this is why it's not working. I think we can still reconnect it. I don't know if I should. I'm not going to do that. File, exit. I'm gonna see what happens if I just restart this thing because the connections have been done from within the map and they need to stay like that. Eventually, I'm gonna get rid of most of those buildings and stuff and replace them with like a big city park and beachfront, a couple of residential neighborhoods, like actual residential neighborhoods. This is like an insane city. I mean, I just don't know of any city that's like that huge and that big. It's nothing but, excuse me, buildings. I mean, New York is a bunch of buildings, but they also have like houses and stuff. This city doesn't have a single house. Not using external actors. There's a thing in here that you have to do to avoid that error. Let's switch. Let's go to the map directly. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a problem. Gotta get used to it. Doodle doodle doo doo doo. I mean, that's working fine from there. Okay. So now we will go sets. We'll go to the city, the Shady Springs map. Level instance is not using external actors. Let me see if I save this thing. Okay, that was for something else. All right. Well, I'll fix it offline. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, guys. I'm gonna go get some dinner made, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.